Here we are at Starkey Farmstead. Let's go see what they're doing today.
You know when your worm bin's healthy, when you go out there and you easily rake these leaves back, and there's worms crawling, all you see them crawling everywhere. Yeah. They're on top of the compost, but you're right underneath them leaves.
Trying to mimic their like natural environment.
Yeah. And
Like a forest floor.
yeah. I'm out there piddling mine every day. I'm retired. And I kind of watch it. You see that? Did I show you all this yet?
No.
You know, during deer season, you go to Walmart and you buy that powdered stuff for the deer to feed. There it is. Do you know how long 40 pounds will last feeding worms? I'm going on 3 years and I still got half of the 40 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Not even one fifth of the worms.
And the eggshells also.
Oh yeah, they gotta give it like a cake. And they'll eat the eggshells.
So the eggshells will get in there and help them rise up.
I soak it, feed.
Soak them right.
Yes, sir. I don't feed them dry.
You got leftover rice, I just soak it.
Oh, yes, sir.
It takes them longer to eat it.
Coffee filter.
Right. Me and my wife don't drink coffee, so we don't have any brand.
Hey, you close to a Starbucks?
Yeah, okay.
Go into Starbucks and say, y'all have any used coffee grounds?
Oh, they'll get
They give them to you instead of disposing of them.
time.
Yep, they'll give you a bag, you'll have trouble carrying it out. And you feed the filters too. Did you find this filter?
I couldn't find it, but
Well, they destroyed them filters. There you go. There's one.
good job. It's called a worm tower or deep watering
Yeah,
system.
we got
So
videos
just
of
put
it. At least.
So keep the holes below the surface.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you're adding on, are you adding food
The
on
deeper
top?
you can
Oh, yeah.
get it,
So you're adding
really the better.
Food down to the top.
food down to the top.
I use 4-inch pipe and I'll bury it about this deep.
Could I put one of these in a garden or no?
You what now?
Absolutely, in a garden.
Oh yeah, oh heck yeah, look, my raised bins, if you look at my videos, you'll see these sticking out of the ground.
Oh.
Now mine's 4-inch regular sewer pipe, got hundreds of holes in it.
Fill it full of this and then water.
Oh yeah, so you go out there and you round your tree and you dig down, you set it in there, you cover it up, you're right about here, I water through there. I don't do this. I water through there. And it forces them roots to get down. And the deeper they go, the faster they're gonna grow. But
I got a bunch of 4x8 garden beds. I should probably just put several of those things.
yeah.
Just all.
Questions.
oh no, ask the question, buddy.
Oh yeah. It's probably a little warmer now, but it usually stays around somewhere between 50 and 70, around 60 and you're good. Because it's an ecosystem, it's kind of self-regulating. What else you got? I can't read all of your,
Leaf, paper, cardboard, all the renewable sources, landfill, black dirt. Bags of it for $25. That's the standard what I sell it, if I sell it. Usually I just use it when I produce it.
So a little bit goes along.
Ooh, sir.
So I might have put too much on my, I might have that thing
No.
like this.
Well,
it's not going to hurt if you put more.
I don't know if we got egg left, do we? My hands are filthy.
I made sure not to drop them earlier.
They multiply pretty fast.
Oh my God, yeah. That is a worm egg right there.
How are you able to
As
find
long as
that
you're
thing
not
all
going
day?
too often.
I think a lot of it depends on how
The
often.
iron, the eggs drop out of here. So if there's any eggs or anything right here, yeah, I know you're gonna find them right here. And I hadn't got my glasses on.
What happens, Steven even knows now, he'll go get Comfrey, bring it straight to the rabbit. She'll eat it, bleeding stops. So once you ingest it, your body absorbs it. If you've got a bleed inside you, it will slow it down. So Comfrey is super, super useful. Next thing.
Spell Comfrey.
Man, C-O-M-F-R-E-Y. Yes, ma'am. You need, well, go sit, Dad. So I got chairs and stuff. My day's like, oh,
Where do you get it?
okay, you can buy it online. It is.
That's why I'm getting it from Samantha.
Yeah.
Because
So I grow it. I went and got roots under the ground. The thing about Comfrey, it's got a tap root that can hit 6 feet. That's the average. So I did root cuttings for Nicole, and this is it. So you just get a piece of root, like my dad does. You let the roots start growing on it, and it'll start to sprout. So you can get 2 or 3 and turn this into 20 once it gets to adulthood. Yes, sir.
I would caution you in planting these where they're going to stay, because
Yes.
if you dig it up, the roots are very vigorous. It will just continue to keep growing
Kinda like
everywhere you plant it. So
Yes,
It's
and he's right.
vigorous.
Once you cut that root,
yeah, it grows.
now it's a
another
new
one.
plant.
Yeah.
So how big?
You get 300 or 400 leaves of comfrey, shove them in the center of it, wet it down real good. Your whole compost pile just hit 140 degrees again. I mean, just like, it is an amazing plant. You can cut it and use it as green manure around your tomatoes. Tomatoes love it. You just cut the leaves and lay them on the ground around the tomatoes. As they biodegrade back in, it is the best source of potassium you can give your plants. So I never ever purchase triple 13, triple 20. I don't need to. There are things on my property that create a fertilizer that my plants can uptake through a foliar spray like that. And I'm not putting any poison back into the waterways. I have no runoff into my pond. My pond is 3 feet from the edge of my garden. I cannot risk any chemical fertilizer going from point A to point B because people come fish this pond. It's a little pond, but we've got a small community. People like turtle, they like snake, and they love mudcat. So they come here, and I'm not gonna have some child off the back come get a fish that is full of nitrates and everything else because it's in a pond that all that's just pouring into there. It's another reason I don't use any pesticides and no fungicides. And this big bad boy right here will get at the temps of like 1200 degrees. And they still do it A class just on this, how to feed it, how to make it, how to turn it, because it's a lot. So 2 or 3 person job to run this through. All right, so the total volume of this kiln is 3 cubic yards. You'll see the flames, it'll hit the bottom, the flames will come up, and it will quickly consume all of this. At that point, you begin to feed it. You feed it with bedding, you can feed it with manure, you can feed it with wood chips. Literally, you can put all your feed stock in here. You can use anything that you want, all right? So as long as it is organic material, you can turn it into biochar. Clay is your most nutritious soil in the world, and it is also one of the world's greatest. I mean, like everywhere you go, every continent has clay-based soils. There's a reason for that. We have to learn how to tap into getting that clay to work. So what you can do is when you make your biochar, you can take the biochar out of here. It takes, like I said, about 4 hours for the process. Get you a bucket of rabbit urine, dump the biochar into the rabbit urine. It charges it and it soaks it up. Then you take that and you sprinkle it out on that no-till like you would with your compost, like you would with your worm castings. When you go to transplant, you make a little hole, drop some biochar in there, and you set the plant on top of it.
Ooh, these eggs are pretty.
Well, it's break time. Anybody has any more questions?
Oh, I see y'all were making holes, new holes in the yard, like I told y'all.
Some hands are leaving it alone.
We have ankle breakers around here. Yeah, we're gonna take us a little 10-minute break.
Hey.
Get some water in your bathroom, and then we're gonna do biochar.
Let me grab this tool.
Yeah.